I don't know how this happened, but I fell asleep here. I had my breakfast or brunch, and then I was gonna do one thing, and then I was gonna do this. I fell asleep doing that other one thing. So I woke up here about 15 minutes ago, going, "Oh gosh, I have to make one of these daily uh, shelter point delights to wish this year good night uh, tastings." I'm just getting my palate in shape with a little bit of Glenlivet 12. I'm calibrating things right now. Itchy too when I wake up sometimes. But I do have my water, and I do have the remaining delights to wish this year good night. There's only two left. There's only two left. There they are. I'm going to pick one. Let's pick this one. It was a 50-50 shot. Tomorrow's will be 100%. It can only go one way. Now, let's get this. Okay. I'm glad this wasn't so tight that I couldn't open it. Can leave the vice grip behind, and I'm not going to pour it into the Glenlivet. No. I'm going to pour it into its own clean glass. Right there. As before, I have no idea what this is. I'm going to turn it sideways with the stop sign away from me. And there are some big bubbles on the inside of the glass, on the top of the liquid. I wonder what that means. Usually it means a high ABV. Let's get that palate completely synchronized. No, not synchronized. Primed. Primed is another good word. Calibrated, I think, is the best. Now, let's get the anaconda happening. Let's see what this thing does. Oh, look at it just rush down. Once again, it rushed down, but there are no nice little trails of water, of droplets. These are randomly sticking to the sides. Interesting. I don't want to be overly influenced by the Glenlivet. But here, I'm getting it's not malty this time. Were those bubbles on the sides just misleading? It does not taste, it does not smell very strong. I'm not getting much at all here. Is my smeller broken? That'd be something, eh? That'd be something if my smeller was broken. I can't really describe anything except for a trace of alcohol, maybe, and a trace of nuttiness. I'm not really getting much here. And I doubt that it's that strong. Let me taste that. No, it's not that strong. But on the palate, there's a hint of pear and something else fruity. Possibly some other orchard fruit. And not much. Sorry about that stretch back there. It was like a yawn. Now after that first sip, I still don't get much on the nose. On the palate. Again, something that resembles pear. Maybe a tiny bit of mandarin orange with it on the finish. I'm getting a little bit suggestion of that Tootsie Roll chocolate, but it doesn't last long. It's just a suggestion. So I had pear and mandarin orange mostly. And that's it. They're not overly powerful. Mouthfeel is slightly slippery and alkaline. Now I'm getting a little bit of vanilla in there with my orange, but it's really not much to speak of. I'm going to give it just a tiny little bit of water and see if that helps it to open up just a bit. The water does not appear to have changed the nose much. It's still really vague. I'm not getting a lot here. Okay, what are we getting on the palate? Okay. I still have that alkaline, slippery mouthfeel. I'm getting a little bit more mandarin orange, more orange, more orange, and less pear on the palate. Um, with this orange, there is a vanilla, like a coating of vanilla. The finish is dry and a little tingly, but there is a coating of vanilla. Oh, yes. Now there is a bitterness on the finish, which wasn't there before. Oh, what is this? Got me going. Now the bitterness is really coming out after the orange has done its moving aside. What is this? Ha! The Collective. Edition number 1. No chill filtration, no added color. Product of Canada, 46% alcohol by volume. The Collective. Nothing else on here. Now, from what I understand, the Collective is a vatting or mixing of 5 different barrels or casks that were chosen by 5 different shelter point people who work at Shelter Point. I don't know what to make of this. It doesn't give me that much. Once again, not much on the nose. You know what I would like to? I would like to see what kinds of barrels are in here. It doesn't say. It just says it's the Collective. Maybe it says so on the actual bottle. And I do have a sealed bottle on the side. And maybe that would give a more interesting experience. Because, yeah, now with the addition of water, there is that slippery alkaline mouthfeel. There is some orange, followed by some vanilla and a bitterness on the finish. So this could have some rye in it. This could have some wheat whiskey in it. This could also have some malt whiskey in it. The only thing that I'm pretty sure is not in here is corn whiskey. Because I don't believe they make corn whiskey at Shelter Point. But yeah, I can figure there's some wheat. And there's... that bitterness could be the wood influence from the smoke point. I'm not sure about this one. yeah, it is possible, but it's not easy to pick apart the different influences and the different kinds of grain and so on. Now there's a orangey, vanilla-y thing, and then bitterness towards the end on the finish. Yeah, orange and vanilla mostly, and yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the smokiness. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be interesting to open up the whole bottle. Try the neck pour, which will probably resemble this. And what would be interesting is to see it open with time. Let the bottle come down to here, to about that level, and see what happens to it. That, I think, would be interesting. But this, to me, is just a neck pour. Interesting, very interesting. And we got one more left to go.
Hey, haven't you had enough, mate?
I haven't had nearly enough, mate. Not nearly enough.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.